Living freely is a decision. It's a decision to want to live free. It's a decision to say, hey, I'm so fed up with the way that I think I should be living or the way that success should be perceived. I'm going to create my own definition of success. That's what it is to live freely. And success to you can mean whatever it is that you want it to mean, depending on the personal struggles that you have endured. Nobody has lived your life. Nobody knows what you've gone through. Nobody knows your innermost desires and your wants and needs and your dreams. Like, nobody knows them. And we see people's dreams being fulfilled all of the time if you pay attention, you know? And so it's possible for you too. Like, what God has done for others, he'll do for you and more. But you have to be in alignment with what he can do for you. You have to be in alignment with his energy and with his blessings and his wishes for you, which are always going to be of the highest caliber. And when I say God, you don't have to be religious to watch my videos. You don't have to believe in God. But something is keeping you alive, whether you think that's the universe or whether you believe in the universe, or, you know, life exists, right? So you can just equate God to life, to nature, however you want to take it. And so this force, this power, this source, literally this source energy that is allowing for your heart to beat and allowing for things to synchronistically line up for you and for you to wake up every day and experience this beautiful, invigorating life, like, that power is supporting you. So when you get in alignment with that power, you are completely on your own side. Like, no longer are you against yourself in any way when you are in alignment with that power, with that higher power. And so you literally see yourself from the eyes of source. You see yourself as an innocent child. You see other people as innocent. You see this world as beautiful and in need of a lot of healing and love. You see yourself as a provider of love. And you get to really know yourself on a deeper level of you know, how much of a multifaceted soul you are and how much of a capable soul you are. And so this realization, or this self-realization, awakens you to the fact that this is not your first lifetime here. Or in general, you may have had other lifetimes in different spaces and times, right? So with that in mind, you will no longer see yourself as a limited being, incapable of doing certain things or learning certain things. It's this mentality of not being able to, right, that stops many people from doing what they want and from using springboards of success to catapult them to higher levels of success. Like, for example, YouTube. If I were to just post one video, who would see it, right? So you have to use springboards of success to catapult you even higher, to different levels of success. For example, I used to only be able to reach one person, then it was 2 people, then it was 3 people. And I'll tell you one thing, for me, when I was younger and just starting my channel, that was enough for me, because you know, I didn't fully want to reach people yet until I was providing some sort of helpfulness or like value. And you know, I'm still very small, and I'm still figuring it out, and we're still journeying, you know. So that's the beautiful thing, though, as well, that took me a long time to realize personally, is that you never are done. You're never done evolving. You're never done loving. You're never done creating. You're never done becoming. Like, this life is, the purpose of it is evolution. And this life is so invigorating and intoxicating with how much opportunity there is. Do you know how many jobs exist? Do you know how many videos on YouTube exist that you can take inspiration from or take knowledge from? Do you know how many people in the world exist that you can love and enter into partnerships with? Business partnerships, relationships, whatever it is. There is no shortage of anything. Do you know how much money there is in all types of different currency? Like, do you know? I don't think people know that there's so much US dollar. There's so much of the euro. There's so much of it. Like, all of that, right? And you're still unlimited. Like, you as a soul, because you are a soul, are still more than everything that exists in this world. That's insane. You're bigger than like any situation. You're bigger than any interaction. You're bigger than any memory. You're bigger than any trauma. You're bigger than any mental health issue that is not an issue. It's just showing you more of you. It's showing you where you have a gap, where you have a wound that you can heal. Don't be numb. Don't close off from yourself or from feeling. Like, if you feel depressed, ask yourself why. Sit with yourself. It's gonna be so damn painful. It's gonna be horrible. You know? Personally, like, in my life, I have gone through some of the worst pain a human being can experience. Psychologically and like mentally, with depression and like with other things, and you know, life for nobody is easy. So, but I let it take me places. Like, I let my pain take me, you know, and I went there, and I saw what I had to see, like, within myself, and I like allowed for it to really permeate me, and I didn't shy away from the pain. I didn't shy away from being like very depressed for a very long time, very suicidal for a very long time, and I let it happen, you know, and I studied it. I studied my pain, and I let it teach me. I was like allowing for it to show me. And it's rare, I think, that somebody really goes on a quest of self-study and like self-exploration, but that's my story. I didn't close off from it, and even when I did, it lasted for so many years that like I couldn't possibly like run away from it. So, you know, but I did all the things. Like, I surrounded myself with a bunch of people all of the time, and I loved, like, you know, different levels of like escapism and stuff, and that was, I loved it. I still love it in a different way. I practice escapism in a different way now, but I have my son in my 12th house. But anyway, but so I couldn't run away from it. Like, I couldn't. I had to face my pain, and it taught me who I am, who God is, like, first of all, right? Because when I learned who God is, and I'm not talking about face or name or gender or what he looks like, no, the essence of God, the spirit of God, spirit itself, right? Like, when I learned about source, then I was able to learn about myself and my connection to source. And then my eyes were open to like, oh my God, like, everything is like the same. Like, God exists within everything, and this material realm is material, but life is eternal. Whether it's my life or the life of a bird, like, energy just transforms. And I'm telling you, like, my mind was so blown, and it didn't stop there. As I continued learning and getting downloads and meditating and praying and asking for guidance, specific guidance for myself, and seeing how energy works and moves, and seeing how the laws of the universe enact themselves, like, I observed and I witnessed and I took notes, and I have like 14 journals just filled with information. I have hard drives filled with information, just notes and downloads and like information. And I was assimilating knowledge for about a decade now. This year it would be a decade. And so, you know, I was shown the truth of life, essentially, which is gratitude and love. More specifically, I was shown what love is, and like what a power it is, and how it is the only power that exists, really. And all things that stem from love are real, and things that stem from fear, which is its opposite, are null and void, and they don't last, and they destroy themselves, basically. So that's what I've learned, and I learned that gratitude, when we are grateful, we stop time, and we sit above it when we're grateful, and we allow for things to reveal themselves to us, and we basically like play the role of God, which we all are. Because as being children of God, we have his DNA, which we do. And so a lot of us have been lied to about who we are. But in actuality, like, a lot of us are extremely angelic, you know? And a lot of us who don't know that yet still have wounds that we need to work through and face. And nobody is evil. Nobody is wrong. Like, that's what I learned. Like, nobody is... we of course get influenced by maybe lower energies or negative energies, or some people do have different DNA within them, and I'm not gonna go there. I'm just not gonna go there. But pretty much all of us are otherworldly, just in some way or another, and that's what I learned. And I learned how important it is to cultivate your own energy, and how energy is everything, and matter, like the matter that we see, is just a last representation of energy, you know? And so, like, God is everywhere all the time, and there's only goodness and assistance for you. Like, this source wants only the best for you. It doesn't want anything. It's all you. Like, any negative thing that has ever happened to you is because of you and the egoic mind. The human egoic mind that is always getting in its own way, you know, always needing justification, always needing some sort of validation. You don't. You don't need any validation or justification or acceptance. That's the key. That's the power. You don't need acceptance. You just think that you need acceptance. You don't need validation. You just think that you do. That's why you can be okay on your own forever. You don't need other people to come in and give you the love that you think that you need from other people. You just need to tap into God. And God will give you everything: love, knowledge, wisdom, intelligence, talent, beauty, whatever you want, youth, health, whatever you want. It's this infinitesimal energy, and we can timeline jump backward and forward. We can bring in ideas from past lives and turn them into something here. We're always pulling in from the astral, or from the ether, or from the akash. The akash means sky in Sanskrit. So we're always pulling stuff in from time, space, reality. That's why, like, so many timelines exist all of the time, in every moment. There are an infinite number of timelines that exist. So it just depends on which one you want to sit on, you know, and act. Like, we're all acting here. We're all playing a role here. And it's so beautiful, because you realize that nothing is that serious, and human beings really take what the gods made for fun. Like, everything should be approached with a sense of humor, because humor is incredibly wise. When we view our life with humor, when we view our circumstances with humor, we see them for what they are, which is Leela, which is God's divine play. Everything is God's play. And so when you actually get on board with that, and when you realize that, you understand that the only thing that matters is love and goodness and goodwill and having fun and seeing God in every moment, enjoying this life with God, and that's it. And, you know, life becomes rejuvenating for you. Things become exciting again, and depression can be cured and healed naturally. That's what I learned. You know, it requires the right environment, both physical and mental. And any chemical imbalance can be rebalanced. You don't need necessarily external help. The help should be from within. And this doesn't mean that you shouldn't get external help. Please get external help if you need external help. That's why it's there. Like, again, Source, we've been born into a time where you can watch me on your screen. Source has provided everything for us. All types of information, all types of ways to access information, therapists, pharmaceutical medication, everything that we need is here. So please understand that there is only goodness and goodwill for you. And you are loved beyond belief, beyond your ability to comprehend love. If you want your problems to be smaller, just look up at the sky. Like if you want to see with a capital S, like if you want to see clearly who God is and the truth of life, look up. Look up. Look up during the day. Look up at night. Look up at the sky, because the sky has information and answers for you about time, about the trajectory of your own life, about your purpose, about the divine aid that is always there for you. So just look up the next time you don't know what to do or you're overthinking. Like, thinking is an addiction, and it's a negative one, because a lot of us don't think new ideas. A lot of us perpetuate old patterns of thinking, which lead to unfavorable manifestations. Again, don't forget that we are magicians, so it's important to be thinking in a way that is progressive, productive, and inventive, more than anything else. So, yes. I'm trying to think of what else I have for you guys. I just feel the need to say that you are loved. And I feel the need to say, go out in nature to a different place you haven't been before, to clear your head. I don't know, I'm channeling. I feel the need to say, create something, work on your creative projects and film them. And I feel the need to say, to let go of any previously held ideas you had about yourself or about who you should be to fit into your specific societal group. Like, please expand your mind. Please expand your idea of yourself, because again, you are limitless. Like, and you can't even begin to comprehend yourself, even if you started today. Like, you wouldn't be able to really continue to comprehend yourself, you wouldn't be able to stop, and you would continue to comprehend yourself for the rest of your life, because there's so much to explore within you. So yeah, so I love you very much. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up for me and for you, so it saves in your little folder thing, and comment down below anything that you want to see from me next, or what you thought of this video, or any ideas or thoughts that you have while watching this, or what you are going to try next. And subscribe to my channel and turn on that bell. I think there's a bell somewhere, for notifications, to get notified every single time I post or yap or anything of the sort, because it could be really timely for you when you need a message. I love you very much, and thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one.